Hello, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your tarot and oracle reading for the week of October 30th to November 5th, 2023. First card out for you is New Moon in Virgo, a time to give rather than take. Beautiful. So you're being asked to actually give back this week in some way. And I don't know why I'm seeing some of you, this very specific, may be calling up a friend or doing a favor for a friend this week, whether it is something related to your service, like whatever you do. Like say you're a hairdresser, you may be doing some charity haircuts to like the homeless, or doing something for your friend, something like that. So you may be literally giving back in that way. You may be babysitting, pet sitting, house sitting. I'm also seeing like grocery shopping for like elderly neighbors or family members. There's some sort of generosity in your spirit this week, which is very beautiful. I love that for you. The sign of Virgo really rules over our service to the world and to others, and the new moon is a new start there. So I don't know, I'm seeing a lot of good karma being racked up this week. Next we have doubt coming through, and it says offering all to the divine doesn't mean that negativity never arises, but you can say, free me from this prison of doubt. I cast this burden to you. Show me your will and restore me to faith and confidence. So I feel like the universe is releasing you from any doubts that you have that you can't achieve your dream or do what you want to do here. I feel like this week, for whatever reason, is showing you that you can do everything that you set your mind to, and help does surround you. And I'm also seeing here a beautiful message of like, the world is a lot kinder than you realize. And you know, we all spend a lot of time on social media and reading the news, watching the news, and it really makes us think that everyone is out to get us. I mean, like even just growing up as a woman in this society, like I don't know where you guys grew up, but I grew up like near a city, and like every time I went outside walking, like some creep would try to like kidnap me or catcall me. And you know, it just makes you think that the world is just full of evil, disgusting people. And I feel like this week there's a lot of healing that will be taking place in that area of life, and you may see a lot of love being poured all around you, which is amazing. And you will see the people who are helping. And I'm also seeing here for some of you, you may have been hurt in the past by love, and this week, I don't know if you're like in a new relationship now, but you'll be seeing this week that like someone here just helps heal you from everything you went through in the past by being a genuinely kind and loving soul who would never ever try to hurt you. And just having that true, actual, healthy love can be one of the biggest like healing balms to your soul. So I'm seeing a lot of healing taking place. Your major arcana this week is the High Priestess, which is the psychic, the seer, the shaman, the one who bridges spirit to the universe. So definitely expect a lot of psychic dreams. I don't know why I'm seeing a message here. Someone watching may actually be receiving a psychic reading or tarot reading, like personal one this week, which by the way, I offer that. spiritpsychic.org, check it out. I am seeing something like that, or some sort of like spiritual service. Maybe you're getting Reiki, distance healing, or I don't know, like even like acupuncture. Maybe you're even trying out like a new yoga routine or something. I don't know. There's something here very spiritual that connects you to spirit, to the universe. So that's amazing. You may have prophetic dreams this week as well, or dreams that tell you what you need to know about what's going on in your life. So pay attention to that. Maybe keep a dream journal if you want, meditate, go for mental health walks, or journal things out. You know, find a spiritual practice that works for you. It feels like a very spiritual, charitable, giving back type of week. You know what I mean? So we're going to pull 6 cards, 2 rows of 3. First card out is the King of Wands. I don't know why, I just got a vision of some of you at either a soup kitchen or like an animal shelter, like literally volunteering or adopting or like donating or something like that. But anyways, King of Wands, this is a beautiful energy. This could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus coming in for you. And they're mature, they're masculine, they probably are older than you. This is someone who's very well-traveled, well-spoken, charismatic, warm, and they're really good at like leading their life. So you may be connecting with someone like that who will be very important to you, and this may be the person who helps heal you. This could be, for example, I don't know why I'm seeing charitable work for a lot of you, or like peaceful protesting. There may be a leader within that organization, if you're a part of something like that, who talks to you and really inspires you and like warms your heart and like makes you realize like there are amazing people in this world. For others of you, this can even be romantic. This could be someone coming in here who is amazing for you and actually like helps you heal from everything you've went through in the past simply by being a good, healthy partner for you. They make you realize like you don't have to have trust issues. There are people who are trustworthy, for example. This could also be like a father figure, an older brother figure. It could be really anyone, but I am seeing someone coming through and helping you heal and inspiring you for sure, which is amazing. And also you're taking on this King of Wands energy by becoming more organized, more focused on the overall connecting energies of the world and how you can help, leave this world a better place than you entered it. Second card out is the Ten of Wands, taking on a lot of responsibility. The Ten of Wands honestly has been coming out for a lot of signs this week, so I feel like we'll all be pretty busy this week in terms of work, having a full week of work ahead, maybe even some extra things after that, like volunteering or cleaning your house, cooking, doing the dishes, babysitting, etc. Little side hustles. Also, it feels like the collective is just going to be really busy this week, so that is interesting. Third card out, Two of Cups in reversed. Interesting. Now, when the Two of Cups comes out in reverse, this does show some sort of connection falling apart because it is not equal. Okay, so pay attention to anyone around you who drains you, especially with this next to the Ten of Wands. This would be someone who asks way too much of you constantly and does not want to give back. And it just feels very uneven. Like if you feel drained around someone every time you're around them, and you could be like, here's how you really know. If you're with this person and you're feeling really tired, really drained, and you're like, man, I'm really tired, I gotta go home, and then you leave, and then suddenly you're full of energy again, right after you leave, that's a sign that they're draining your energy. And whenever your energy is drained, it's because they're taking more than they're giving, but they don't even have to necessarily ask you for favors all the time, although they could. This could also just be like them constantly complaining and asking for advice and support, etc., but like you're not getting anything in benefit. Like you literally just go to their house, they trauma dump on you, they complain nonstop, and then you go home. It's like, what did you get out of that transaction? What did you get out of that, time spent with them? You just got tired. That's it. Like there was no support that you received. There was no bonding or special moment that you received. So like, why are you keeping them in your life in your already busy schedule? So I am seeing some of you guys maybe walking away from someone like that, and it's interesting. I'm seeing a very particular story. It's like you're walking away from someone like that, but then you fill your time up anyways with something more productive. It's like, say you go to a friend's house like every single day and they're draining like this. It's like you decide to walk away from that friendship and you're like, I could spend this time doing something much more productive. And then you start volunteering at like an animal shelter every day at the same time you would have been with them. Isn't that cool? Like, I don't know. I'm just seeing here that you're using your time much more productively and wisely, and you're no longer really wanting to waste precious hours with people who just drain you and don't appreciate it and also don't do anything with it. Chronic complainers who ask you for advice and then they don't even follow the advice. It's just a waste of energy, So I see you kind of walking away from that and doing something more important and productive with your time. Second row out, fourth card, is the Hanged Man in reverse. Now this talks about hanging on too long, becoming a victim. So again, I feel like there may be people in your life who have that victim mentality, like there's always something wrong with their life. Life is miserable, woe is me, and it's very draining to be around. And you can't just wait for these people to change or wait for them to get help, because most likely it's not going to happen. Fifth card out is the King of Pentacles. Wow, 2 kings, beautiful. This is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Actually, Virgo came out twice in your reading so far. And this is another like possibly older masculine energy in your life. Could even be the same one, although there is 2 kings, so this is probably 2 people who are wonderful influences for you, who are very organized, good leaders, know what they're doing in life. And this person is much more grounded. They're really good with their money as well and managing finances. I'm also seeing you becoming a lot more mature when it comes to managing your personal finances and where you put your time and energy. Scheduling and money, you're becoming so much more mature with this, and you're no longer wasting any money or any time on things that are just stupid or like drain you. You want to take your extra money and invest it into something that will grow. You want to take your extra time and invest it into making the world a better place or being more productive for yourself and working towards your goals. So I think this is honestly a great reading so far. Final card out, the devil. What was I saying? Great reading. One of the worst cards comes out. Okay. Honestly, I don't actually mind the devil. This is Capricorn energy too, so Capricorn's coming out twice again. The downside of this, and this is coming out right underneath the 2 of Cups, so this is not a good combo. This is usually a toxic connection. So pay attention to that. Like, who in your life, it could be a friend, it could be family member, anyone, do you just feel tired around, drained around? This could be someone who stays stuck in the same patterns over and over and over again of addiction, complaining, even like depression. And listen, guys, I have struggled with depression my whole life. All right, I'm not trying to demonize people with depression, but one thing I can't stand is people who have depression and like sit there and complain nonstop and don't do anything about it. Like, oh, I can't do anything about it. It's a chemical imbalance in my brain. And it's like, okay, yeah, but you know what? Like, literally not leaving your bed all day, all night is not helping. Like, get up and take a shower at least, and then go back to bed, or get up and do the dishes, or go out in the sunlight. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to this sounds really bad. I just can't stand it. Like, I don't care what mental affliction you have or what physical affliction you have, people who nonstop complain and don't do anything about what they're complaining about get under my skin. Like, it is so annoying, and they're victims, so they'll always have an excuse, like, well, I'm depressed, you don't understand, like, my brain, the chemicals, and it's like, man, first off, everything's connected. Okay, I understand that, yes, you could have a chemical imbalance in your brain, but like, your environment also plays into the chemicals in your brain. Like, it's not like a one-sided street here. Like, if you go out into the sunlight, that releases happy chemicals in your brain. Who would have thought? Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. I could go off on a whole tangent about this, because you know what? I've known a lot of people like this, and I stayed in those relationships, very toxic friendships, for such a long time, because I'm like, I don't want to get rid of a friend or someone in my life just because they're suffering with their mental health, because I suffer with my mental health from time to time. But you know what? That way of thinking kept me in very unhappy friendships for the longest time. And at some point I'm like, you know what? If I can be mentally unwell and not complain like that, so can they. And then I left. And it was best decisions I've made in my life, hands down. So if you're in a situation like that, I'm just giving you permission to leave. Your time is better spent somewhere else. We do see that here. You don't need to stay stuck in this situation with anyone, and stop giving them excuses for their bad behavior, okay? If they're treating you bad as a friend, they're treating you bad as a friend. Like, oh my God. I have another friend who, has some mental health issues, and at first, like, I didn't care, but like, it got to the point where like they would literally like talk to me like once every like several months, and I'm like, but then they would try to like act like my best friend, and I'm like, homie, like, you never ask about me, you never, like, this is a very one-sided thing, like, we're not that close anymore. Like, you sure, your mental health issues like let this relationship deteriorate, and we can build it back up at any time, but you're not interested in doing that. You just keep blaming that and not taking any action. And how do I put this? What I'm trying to say is, like, it doesn't matter the excuse that people have. Actions speak louder than words. So that's what you should be paying attention to. If someone's treating you very bad in a relationship or as a friend, I don't care what their excuse is, okay? Put up the appropriate boundaries to not get hurt. That's what I'm gonna say. All right, put up the boundaries. Don't just stick it out here, Aquarius. Wow. I also see someone here very much lusting after you, so I'm just gonna let you in on that. This person may be this King of Pentacles, Earth energy person, very grounded, very mature, good with money, charismatic, all that stuff. They may be lusting after you, so that's your reading, guys. Watch for your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. I feel like there's a lot more to this week for you. If you want a personal reading with me one-on-one, the link to that is always in the description box, spiritpsychic.org. I also offer my goddess energy intention oil there and spiritual life coaching sessions there. And like this video, comment how it resonated down below. I love reading your stories and how it resonates, and subscribe if you have not already. Bye-bye.